going on? Right here, this is the philosophy of walking around with balled up fists. You know what I'm saying? Being all like bowed up and just like chip on your shoulder. Uh, just all pumped up and dying to go 10 rounds with mutant alligator. Uh, I mean, really, here's the thing, okay? In the martial arts, there's something called calm plus action equals internal power. So if you're walking around bowed up, and balled up fist, clenched fist, just you're you can't access that internal power. You know what I'm saying? That person who's calm and relaxed can get. You can get this other kind of internal power, which is kind of like it's the old Star Wars analogy. The anger, rage, fear. It just can inflame people into this kind of psychosis, which makes them very unpredictable and dangerous. I mean, whether it's just verbally abusive or, I mean, in this day and age, I see less of, the physical abuse that people do to each other, but it still does happen sometimes, scuffles. Shoot, I get in a fight with someone every couple of years. All honesty, I mean, it's just, that's part of life. You try to avoid as many as possible. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it just ain't worth it. So it's better just to walk away. I mean, I had messed up my knuckle pretty good over something really stupid. But what's done is done. uh, but yeah, walking around with the balled up fist, it's like this. A balled up fist is only really good for hitting people. It's using up energy. Just me sitting here with my fist clenched like that, it's taking up energy. My arm is getting tired, my forearm. It's wasting energy. That's like being angry and walking around with the chip, and then all of a sudden you start your ang. Whether your beef is legit, say someone shit on your sunshine and you're just angry about it. Sometimes that inflames a person. There's where that dark side psychosis rage power comes. It starts to, if you don't have no one to take it out on, you start to take it out on people who are uninvolved, or you're gonna drag others into this fight. You know what I'm saying? That's what, and you end up hurting. Another thing about this fist, that's this. There's the analogy. Look, sometimes to hurt others, you end up only hurting yourself. Uh, that's basically what it boils down to. The fist, the way of the force, the way of the thug life. It taxes you either way. Even if you're successful, you're the victor, you still lose something out of it. When you spill another man's blood, it means something. It's not a good thing. Even if it was right, it's not a good thing. It never is a good thing. And I see this now. There's a spiritual side to this, where you start to get people's blood on your hands spiritually. Either whether that's through physical violence, but sometimes it's through psychological, verbal, and terroristic gossip. That really can affect someone's inner peace. I mean, it happens to me. Listen, I'm very susceptible to others' energies. So when people convey things, even sometimes when someone's lying, if they do the role right, it entices my emotions. I really gotta. That's why a lot of times I try to get somewhat detached from the emotions, because they always help me make really dumb decisions all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always say I'm speaking from experience. About 70 to 80% of all people's emotions, from my observation, are negative. We got to weed through 80% of crap to get to that 20% of good. But I mean, if everyone actively stop walking around with their fists clenched, whether in here, the fist clenched in the mind, because before that stress is in here, and it's coming out there. See, now the analogy of the clenched, balled up fist is also this. It's like an open hand could easily be used for a strike, or a stab, or a grab, and a fist. Or you can use it to, pet your cat. You can use it to pick up a cup of tea. You can use it to give someone five. You can do it to shake someone's hand. Uh, or, you can use it to break someone's arm. It's more useful to be calm and relaxed and open. When you're all balled up, bowed up, you're only good for one thing, and that's destruction. It's like the analogy of the hammer. This hammer can be used to build a home. This hammer also can be used to tear a home down. You know what I'm saying? That's basically the analogy there. You can use this hammer to smash someone's head in, or you can use it to build this homeless person a little makeshift house so he can live easier against the elements. You know what I'm saying? Which, this is right. There's a reason why they don't let poor people congregate, because, hey, people might just say, hey, man, screw the system. I'm just going to go live out in the woods. Fuck everyone. Fuck life. Fuck society. I mean, excuse my French, man. I just can't kick the habit of swearing. I got a lot of habits I can't kick. I'm not perfect. Through much failure has revelations come to light. And unfortunately, shamefully, this is the people who know the most or see the most things probably have made, done a person who was in the evil and then decides to step out has an edge on your person who's never experienced it, because these people have partaken of it, so they know what the people who are oblivious are up against. That's why even, the responsibility even falls more on us for that reason. And seeing the usefulness in things is part of the calm, open, internal power aspect of things. There is a time for high intensity, high emotion, and just sometimes, good and evil has to duke it out. It's just an inevitability. And, sometimes evil wins, sometimes good, keeps it at bay. But it seems like, evil is so much more persistent. They connive, they plan, they plot, they hide. And then the rest of us, who live openly, we got a target on our back. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere you go, any way you go, like perilous times. Any way you turn, it's dangerous. So look, you might as well accept that. And now you can get out of fear, you can get out of anxiety, you can get into this patience, and it counters that evil conniving subtleness, the art of forces, the art of war. It counters that to an extent when you have a certain level of, morality gives you a certain strength. By being evil, it gives you cunning, but then you lack that strength because you'll cheat. But that cheating, sometimes that will cost the war, because all they really got to do is just get someone to poison your well, basically. And then, hey, we don't know what happened to the guy. New pope, basically. Look at the popes. They poisoned each other in the Godfathers. Every time there's a new Godfather, the old one gets whacked, and everyone flips, jumps ships, turns sides. That's the balled up fist. That's the thug life. That's the art of forces. That's, the subtleness of the serpent. That is, that's just one of our stumbling blocks. Here's, let me explain what a true stumbling block is for you. Casting a stumbling block before thy brother is, alright, down the street, there's a police station, right? The speed limit's 55, and then all of a sudden it drops down to 45, then it drops down to 35, and then it drops down to 25. In between 35 and 25 is a police station, and right preceding that is 55. And all the cops have to do is just sit there. And they're gonna, just chances are, you're gonna catch a speeder, someone who ain't paying attention, or someone who pumps the brake because they realize they're speeding. And then, boom, there's just probable cause to get up in your life and give you tickets. That, my brother, is casting a stumbling block before your brother. Because it's opportunistic, it's predatory. Alright? I mean, listen, I understand. I'm not saying there should be, all out, every man fend for himself. That's not what I'm saying here. I'm just saying, just come on. Come on, that's jive, dude. That's mean. That's unfair. And here's another casting a stumbling block before thy brethren. Is the CIA importing cocaine, man, and making the drug war, making it illegal so it's more profitable, then selling it, then paying the people to go bust the people you're selling it to. They did the same thing with the trains, man. I tell you, they sold the Chinese opium. The same guys, they basically got paid to make the railroads by drug trade. Same people. That's Yale. That's CIA. That's the link. And then now the big cocaine epidemic's over. Now we got the heroin crisis. And look, no one was doing heroin in my neighborhood until the war. Okay? Until Osama, until Tim Osman. So that, my friend, is casting a stumbling block before your brother. You're purposely sabotaging people so you have a reason to impose your will on them later or invade their life. You know what I'm saying? And this is that micromanagerial bullcrap, the art of forces, subtle forces, the art of trickery, pimpery. This is the type of stuff, that I sit here and it's gotta roll around my mind all the time, man. And if anyone has a reason to be balled up at something, I do, because I know what it is and how bad and whack and corrupt and just how badly we are sabotaged. And, that's a hard pill to swallow. That's a cross to bear itself. And, so sometimes I want to break down. I want to just go, just go, and go to sleep for a while. You know what I'm saying? Just so I don't have to think about this stuff and know this stuff. So, it's hard. Either way, dude, it's going to be hard. In the martial arts, everything that you do when you start to train is hard, dude. It is just hard. It's like, ouch. It's like, ugh, I don't feel like it. Man, this is difficult. That's what makes most people quit. But after you get over that initial difficulty, it becomes easy. And before you know it, you can do it without even thinking about it. And you can walk around all the time with open. You don't have to have balled up fists no more. You can let your guard down because your guard's up at all times anyway, so you can relax now. Look, I understand what we're up against. The worst they can do is kill me. And, I accept that. Now that opens the door to maybe release some of the, of our aggression, these hostilities, man, this resentment, this hate to the brethren and not to the evil itself. Blaming the symptom, yet not addressing the cause. It's all the same thing, man. Balled up fists.